Hello there everyone, in today's video I shall be doing a character overview of Katakura Kojuro, but first I'd like to talk about some other things. Since I'm talking about the two PS2 exclusive characters, might as well talk about some PS2 exclusive mechanics and stuff. So, some of you may have noticed that whenever I'm on the character select screen and I select a character, I'm given an option between either the red text or the blue text. Now then, what this is actually comparable to Street Fighter 6 Modern controls, where the blue mode is easy controls and the red mode is normal controls. Let me just show you what that looks like. Okay, so I'm just going to show you what the easy controls do. So what they do is that they allow you to do special moves without doing a special motion input. You instead just press one of the trigger buttons. So here's me pressing R1. That's normally his 236A. This is R2. This is L2. Okay, that's a stance. L1 is this. And you're actually able to go into the options menu and can specifically select what special moves you want. So I could set L1 to this. Oh, same as that one. How about... Yeah, I could set it to that. And also, there are shortcuts for, like, doing supers and what have you. I don't know what they are exactly. I don't play with this mode all that much, if you couldn't tell. This mode is banned on the Sengoku Basara X Discord for obvious reasons. Doing special motions with just one button is pretty broken in my opinion. And another thing that the PS2 version has only is the ability to turn on your analog stick for movement. So, in this game, you're able to move around with the D-pad or the analog stick. Here's the thing, though. OBS probably isn't capturing it, but I'm holding left on the joystick and right on the D-pad. Yeah, this game has SODC blocking. It has SODC issues. You can block both left and right in this game. Invalidating cross-ups, this is also banned. It's banned to use the joystick. So, yeah, those are the two things exclusive to the PS2 version. Now then. Let me just set my controls back to normal, and then we'll talk about Katakura Kojuro proper. Okay, so Katakura Kojuro, one of the PS2 characters. I'm fighting the other one here, Takenaka Hanbei. Because of the fact that these characters are on the PS2 version exclusively, and the arcade version is the other one played at a high level back then and even to this day, there's pretty much zero high-level footage of these two. These two have almost never been played. Any tier list placement featuring these two would be purely theoretical, because no one has played as them at all at a high level. I was frankly lucky to find these Japanese combo videos that show their infinites, and well, because of those videos, I think these two characters personally are pretty good. They're both sort of in the lower end of A tier, but they're still pretty good. They're pretty good. Anyway, we're going to talk about Kojuro. So, he's a knockoff bootleg Leo Whitefang. That's just one easy way to describe it, but he's a rushdown character, and he has the stance here. So, by pressing 2-2A, you end up in the stance, as you can see here. And the stance by itself is not that good, it's just rather canceling out of it. He has certain moves from the stance where, if he does them, if he cancels out of this move with a stance, or... Let me just show you. So, by doing 2-1-4A, you automatically end up in the stance, right? But if you press 2-1-4A and then press 2-2A to immediately cancel out of the stance, you end up having significantly less recovery, and in fact, this on block is plus 12. Yes, you heard that right, plus 12. Not to mention, it also vacuums in the opponent on block and ignores a perfect just guard. Let me just perfect. So yeah, even if they do that, they're still going to get sucked in. So yeah, this leads to Katakura Kojuro having very good offense, as you would imagine. Anytime you block him, you're most likely going to end up with a broken block gauge. Let me just... Yeah, like that, see? So yeah, that's probably one of his best aspects. His buttons are okay. Some of his C buttons actually have pretty good range. All things considered. Let me just set this back to normal. Yeah, his jumping C is pretty good. Yeah, he has pretty standard buttons. Yeah, nothing too special. Now then, with him being a rushdown character, as you would imagine, his mobility isn't the best. He has one of the slower run speeds in the game. And he does have fireballs, but they do take a long time. So let me explain. So he has this move called 2-on-4C. He also has 623B. This is his invincible DP that gives a knockdown on hit. For combos, you use 236A and 236B. That move is special. More special. We'll talk about it later. But yeah. So the thing with 214C is that if you hold it, and if you let go when he flashes orange, he launches out a fireball, and also gives a fully charged blowback attack to stay from it. And 623B also launches a projectile. The sort of unique thing about the projectile is that if it hits the ground, it splits into two. Let me just try to show this off better. Nuts. Point is when it splits into two, and then okay, maybe we'll show it. Forget it. Point is when it hits the ground, it splits into two. Okay. Sorry. So yeah, he is sort of low mobility, but once he gets in, he really does get in. Now let's talk about one of his more better traits, the fact that he has a completely unblockable loop. Okay, so I've set the opponent to block everything, so the unblockable loop requires reinforcements. Oh, by the way, Date Masamune is the reinforcements this time, and he's a lot more useful in this role, as compared to when he's a fully playable character. Ugh. Yeah, he has the standard 2E and everything. Now then, the thing about it is, once Katakura Kojuro has level 70 reinforcements, he's able to do an unblockable loop, with the only way of escaping being an invincible reversal. Let me just show you what it looks like here. So, 236A. This move has two follow-ups, on hit only, you can't do this on whiff. 236B, this is a knockdown ender, it just knocks down the opponent, mostly used in combos, and he also has 236C afterwards. This move is completely unblockable, but very slow. Wouldn't it be nice, though, if there's some way to make the opponent force to block it? Oh, well, wouldn't you look at that? And he's able just to repeatedly knock down the opponent and repeatedly do the unblockable loop until they die, and the only way of escaping, as far as I'm aware of, is invincible reversals. But what if I were to tell you this is actually the lesser of the unblockable loops in this game, but we'll talk about Motonari later. Ugh. Anyway, yeah, already we're sort of nearing the end of the video. Yeah, he's a rather simple character. Anyway, let's talk about supers. So, he has two supers, the 236, 236C. And this super is sort of special in the fact that, see how he's glowing all lightning-like right there? Lightning effects? When he does any hit of 236, 236C, doesn't matter if he lands both hits or just the one, he ends up in this mode where he's able to cancel any button into any other button, any special into any other special, including the same special. And everything has more hit stun. You're basically just able to combo anything and anything, and fun fact, this can also lead into infinites. Let me just show you that real quick. Okay, here I am with a crusty Japanese video, as you can see right here. Alright, so now he cancels into 236, 236C, and he does that and that, and then he does track and field. Yeah, 236, 236C super, once you have that in reinforcements, it goes into infinites, track and field. His other super is a lot more basic. It's just a full-screen fireball. Good way to deal with a far-away opponent, you know. Again, he doesn't have the best up-close far-away game. Oh yeah, he also has some other special moves, but they aren't that terribly useful. He also has a 214B. This is what you use in your pressure if the opponent gets too far away from you after a while. Sort of slower, though. That's the problem. And after 214A or 214B, he can do a 236B to swap sides. This isn't really used outside of infinites. And yet it's a pretty perplexing move. So during the stance, which again is not good and is only really used to do the stance canceling, if you press C, he does a unique attack that reflects projectiles. Yeah, not terribly useful. And with that, I think that's about everything, yeah. Another pretty simple character. Don't worry, we'll be getting to the complicated ones soon, I promise. Oh boy, I certainly do promise. Yeah, that's Katakura Kojuro, in my opinion, pretty good, but pretty solid character. Here's his Basara KO for you guys. Yeah, again, pretty basic. Don't worry, the next character... in the next video, we shall be talking about Takenaka Hanbei, the other PS2 exclusive character, who has probably one of the best Basara KOs in the game, visually. Anyway, see you next time. Bye.